Okay, we're gonna go do a bit of unboxing on a new toy we've just bought. It's about 190 kilos and it's a Hafco Hare and Forbes drum sander DS-25. So that's got the twin drums, 25-inch wide, which is 635mm. Okay, so I've got the outer box out. Now, it would have been a lot quicker just to cut it up, but it's pretty decent plywood, so I'm going to keep that for other projects. Now, she's wrapped up in plastic. So, we'll unwrap it and take a look. Now, first thing I always do, find where the instructions are, throw them away, and then wonder how to put it together. That normally works best. Now, I've got this makeshift little trolley with some timber on it, because our trolley wasn't quite big enough. So I've got to lift it off of all that as well. So we'll use the block and tackle. Normally I just use my crane on the trailer, but my four drive's out of action while we work on the gearbox. So with lifting, always make sure you've got safety shoes on. Yeah. Okay, so she's unbagged. Got controls here. Yeah, little couple of tools that came with it. Obviously, handle. Some form of ancient dialect. Alright, let's get it assembled. Doesn't look like there's too much to do. Okay, so it wasn't too hard. Just the control box on here. Now that's got two 6mm bolts underneath. Just in here with 10mm heads. Now, I did use a ratchet spanner to get them. That was the easiest. And then the handle. Just tighten this bad boy on there. And that just slots on. So that's about it for that. Now, one thing I have noticed is this little guy here. Now, you undo that to get to the drums. So it's already got sandpaper on there. Twin belt drive. Now, this is, I assume, to adjust the height of the second drum, as the first drum is fixed. Now what I will be doing with this is put a slot in here, so you don't have to take this little guy out all the way and then obviously lose it. So you can just slightly undo it and lift it straight up. That's exactly what I did with this one here. Got a little kip handle. I just loosen it, lift it. Job done. Not sure why they make them this way, but that's a little modification I'll be doing straight up. Alright. Alright, so just quickly modified this. So I had another keep handle from when I ordered the last one. So you just undo that, couple of turns, boom. Now there was plenty of clearance there. I could shorten the handle bolt if I wanted to, but I don't need to. And that's it, way quicker, you're never going to lose it, and it stays tight. That one on the other drum sander has been on there for probably about 3 years or so. No issues. Now that, for some reason, was a imperial thread that they'd put in there. This is made in Taiwan, so I don't really understand that, but just drilled out at 5mm and run a 6mm tap through it. Alright, I'll get the dust extraction set up next. Alright, so I had this old little piece of scrap stainless that will work, and a bit of old extraction hose, so that should do the trick. So I've got a big dual dust extractor up behind this wall in the garage there. You can see the pipe coming out here. So that will get connected up to this, or I can run off the other dust extractor over at the mill, depending where I have it. So I'm gonna build, not right now, but another time, I'm gonna build another new trolley for this. Now it's gonna have some pretty decent wheels because I need it to go semi off-road, and probably a little drawbar. I can tow it with the electric Taylor Dunn buggy. That way I can sort of place it wherever I need it, because it's a pretty hefty unit. I don't have space to have it set up permanently. So what I might do is I've got to get the generator out because I don't have a 15 amp outlet yet. So I've got to run the cable for that and do that. So that's not hard, I am an electrician, so that's alright. And then we'll give it a test run. Alright, so you can hear the generator running in the background. So we're going to flick this one on. Now, E-stop out. Alright, so we should have speed control for the belt. Yeah. That is running pretty smooth. So I've roughly set So this slab here has been through the leveler on one side to make it perfectly flat, and the other side is raw. So I'm going to set it up and run this one through and see how we go. So finished sanding this little silky oak. Come up quite nice. And this little fella, that's a beautiful little slab, that one. And I just pulled off some covers just to have a bit of a look. So, nice sized upright here, and the lift screw is nicely greased. So there's the motor, a couple of V-belts, some bevel gears. Overall doesn't seem too bad, except this little cover that bolts in under there had some nuts up the top that fell out, so I'm going to put some riv nuts in that. So that's easier to remove, just to inspect the motor, give it a blowout with air now and then, just so you don't get a build up of dust, because you do have the belt straight above the motor with no cover. So not ideal, but overall pretty decent machine.